Hello everyone, this is Transformers fan G138, and I'm here with another video review. This time, Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise. If that name couldn't get any longer, Knockout. Actually, I am very impressed with the guy. I first looked at the pictures and I was like, oh, great. But, in person, he is a lot more tolerable, in my opinion. He comes with, for accessories, this spear, which separates into two smaller weapons that kind of, sort of, not really at all, resemble his weapons that he uses in the show. Yeah, they kind of seem to me more generic weapon than a specific weapon. Like, the others so far have come with a weapon that resembles their character. Like, RC comes with the blade, Ratchet comes with the two knife, sword type things. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. Well, most noticeably on here, and it's my common complaint for so far all of the deluxe Transformers, there is no Decepticon insignia. There's no Autobot Decepticon logos on this guy at all. He is a Decepticon, so there's no Decepticon logos at all. I sure hope there's not an Autobot symbol, though. Well, besides that, he's got a pretty lame paint job. I mean, the wheel rims aren't painted. I mean, they do have these vents kind of painted here, which do look nice, but I think it would have looked even nicer if they did the wheels. Now, this kind of looks like a drill, but if you look at the box art, or the guy on the box, they actually have him with more paint apps on the box for some reason. And this looks to be like it's a shard of Energon. And it's kind of molded to look more like a really, really badly carved rock than a drill. So I think that's where they're going with it. Let's see if I pull the box out here. You can see here that it's painted like almost like an Energon blue. And then you can also tell that the wheels are painted in this version as well. Now again, this is just the prototype imaging, yada yada yada. It's not the final product, but they end up using it as the thing anyway. Well, he's got his while I have the box out, he's still Series 1, number 7, Deluxe Class, Knockout, Decepticon, his bio, description, his spear can split into twin battle spears, spikes, which aren't really twins, they're very different from each other, but minor details. So the spear can plug in on both sides of the car. And then, you know, you got your advertisements down here. Look for your favorite Transformers. Look for your favorite robots in Transformers Prime, you know, and join the whatever. And of course, as usual, there's the Collectors Club advertisement on the bottom, along with the others available. Hotshot and Viacon. When I went to buy this guy, they had 2 Hotshot and 2 Viacon. There's also RC. They had RC, but I already have them. I do not plan on buying Hotshot, and they did not have Viacon when I found Knockout. So that was too bad, but so you know, overall I really do like this. He doesn't roll well at all. If you look, I mean, I can show it off better in robot mode, but the wheels are not the normal metal pin style rotation. It's actually plastic on plastic rotation. They're like popped in place. And I'm not sure if I like that. It's cheaper for Hasbro because the wheels are 1 piece, 2 pieces instead of 3. But I don't like it. So I'll go ahead and get this guy in robot mode and talk more about him there and how he's inaccurate to the show. Okay, so here Knockout is in robot mode. Now, he actually, again, looks a lot better than the person, and so far every photograph or video I've taken makes him look a lot worse than he is. And I have no idea why. He actually is pretty awesome. Now, I mentioned before his wheels were not the standard wheels. You can see here that they're actually just held in there by by like these pegs. They just pop in, and that's what rotates them. Which, if you put any kind of pressure on the bottom, it causes enough friction to want to slow that down, which is why it doesn't roll well. And that goes for both the front and the back wheels, which that's a little disappointing for me. Now I'm not sure. I didn't really pay attention to the instructions because you know, these are pretty simple enough to figure out. If you look here on the instruction manual, they actually have these placed down here, which on one hand looks okay, but they're supposed to be up higher, which if you look in the toy, up in the shoulders, there's actually places for you to clip this right into the upper armor. I mean, they don't stay there particularly well, but they're there. I wish the chest plate came apart a little bit more to look more like the show, and these aren't curved at all. Like, they definitely don't look like the show version of him. He's missing some paint apps. His eyes are kind of lame with the same color light piping. And then the other issue I have are these windows. I'm sure if you wanted to take this apart and sand some things down, you could make this fold over. But, I mean, it's okay. You know, he's got a spear here that can separate and turn into two weapons. There's no way to actually put them in the arm officially, but you can play around with, like, stuffing them in there and stuff. I mean, I've got him to hold it, so it kind of looks like his drill, but realistically, it is what you want to make of it. So, yeah, like I said, these don't like staying in. I do like the fact that he does have translucent headlights, although his signal lights are not in there. That's what I noticed on these guys. They're missing a lot of paint apps or paint applications. You know. Well, I'll get into some articulation here. Now that you've heard my comparison of the video's thoughts. He's got some movement in the feet. Actually, a lot of movement. He's got a hinged knee, which actually goes more than 90 degrees, which is actually really cool. There's a ball and socket hip joint, which this armor, crotch piece armor, gets in the way a little bit, but not too bad. He's also got a swivel up there in the hip. He does not have a waist swivel due to the way he transforms, which is a common thing so far in the Prime series I see. He has a ball and socket joint shoulder with his armor that moves. It's a bit of a pain, but it's at least still allows him to do this. In addition to that, he's got a swivel up here in the upper arm and a hinge. If you're not careful, this window kind of gets in the way a little bit, but there is clearance enough for you to get around it. It's just kind of annoying. I would not recommend using this in any stop motions, as he's got a lot of finicky parts. But overall, he's a nice toy. Sit and play with for a few minutes. You know, he looks great on the shelf. So, yeah. Now, back to my articulation. He does have ball and socket joint hands due to transformation, which also allows him to have that swivel there, which is great. Then his head is also on a ball and socket joint, but it's on a spring, and every time you touch it, it dislodges the shoulders. You can put this piece flat and get his head up a little more, and these front pieces fit on a lot better. And, you know, you get him look a little bit better, but I think his chest piece then looks way too flat. So everything snaps together a little bit better that way, and I'm kind of wondering if that's not designed to do that, rather than, and this was just a transformation piece. I really don't know, and I cannot speculate on that, as I am not a Hasbro engineer. like to be, but I'm not yet. So, yep, that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's some options in displaying him. You know, his bumper actually forms his waist here, and it folds back and actually kind of clips into the back and holds it in place, which is nice. But you know, I do appreciate the figure. I think it's pretty cool. It works well. I've seen a lot of customs done with this guy so far, with painting his missing paint apps. But I think he's fine just the way he is. I mean, maybe down the line, if he goes on sale sometime, I will pick up a second one and do some customizing. But for now, this guy does well. I'm way more pleased in person with him than I am in the pictures. So it's nice to have another deluxe class Decepticon besides Soundwave, though, who I will be reviewing next, by the way. Yep, so that concludes my video review of Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Knockout. If you have any questions about this figure, please leave a comment down below. If you have a request for another video review or any video of any sorts, like talking about anything, please also leave a comment down below and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching.